Hi, everyone. Welcome to our second edition of Renegades Weekly, and a beautiful shot of Dutchess Stadium it is as we get ready for this 2021 baseball season. I'm Rob Adams, joined by Zach Neubauer. For our second show, we have somehow made it back.
Yeah, they let us come back, my man. It's a joyous day. We're allowed back in the building after that first one.
I wasn't entirely convinced I'd have a job after last week, but we do. I'm happy.
I thought it was good. We talked about road trips. We talked about everything you can talk about without actually having anything to talk about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now we've got a little more meat on the bone this week.
We got some stuff to talk about. I'm excited.
We do. I'm excited as well. We've got stuff to dive into. First of all, how was your week?
Oh man, my week was great. It was busy. We had a lot of stuff going on here at the ballpark. I am on a very consistent 6 to 7 a.m. until about 11 to 12 at night schedule right now. So my week was blurry. I have a vague memory of some parts of it, but for the most part, it was mildly productive. So hopefully we'll be all good to go. Everything will be ready. The lights are working. Ball playing will happen, and things will be great by opening day. On the weekend, I got to do some. The team had a practice on Sunday, so I did some media stuff related to that. So that was kind of fun and interesting. It's just good to see baseball back out on the field again. It's just refreshing, my man.
I can't wait. But I think it was Saturday morning. I said, I haven't checked in on Zach, so I sent him a text and just went, "Are you okay?" Basically, how's your sanity?
And I sent back a gif of Gary Busey next to like a bell. It's like, that's how I feel right now. It's just like,
we're all going a little crazy, and it's a good crazy because opening day is tomorrow. Now, this is the road opener, just so everyone knows, because I can imagine there are people right now going, "Wait, tickets? We've got them. We're going to the No, you're not going to Dutchess Stadium tomorrow."
I just had a small heart attack on my own when you said it. The opening day tomorrow. Oh my God, no.
I'd love to say we're all going to Jersey Shore tomorrow, but that's where the game is. It's at Jersey Shore tomorrow. The new but old Jersey Shore Blue Claws, because they just changed their location. They're still in the same ballpark, but they're calling themselves Jersey Shore now.
Yeah, what did they used to be called? It was like the
Lakewood.
Lakewood. Okay, I knew it was like some sort of body of water related.
Yeah, nice looking ballpark. Love to go see it one day. But tomorrow is the opener for the Renegades. They take on the Blue Claws down on the Jersey Shore, not far from the shore. In fact, pretty close.
This might be a dumb question, so I'm absolutely going to say
no dumb questions.
Is the shore that they're referring to when they talk about the Jersey Shore, is that a lake?
No, that'd be the Atlantic Ocean.
So then what is the Lakewood of it all? Is that just the name of the town? The town is called Lakewood, but it's by the ocean?
Yes.
Wow.
It's a few miles
do you think
inland,
the nearest lake has like an inferiority complex? It's like, well, I'm a lake. I'm right here. The town of Lakewood surrounds me. There's trees because wood and lake. And they're like, but there's an ocean, so we're all going to go there.
Things are just going to get worse from here, folks. No, it's a little bit of an inferiority complex, I suppose. They're that close to the shore, but they're Lakewood, I guess. That's a fair way to look at it.
Yeah, like that lake probably has a shore, and it probably wants people to come visit it, but anyway, this isn't why you tuned in today.
No, this is not. This is not. But let's get to opening day, because over the weekend, we knew it was building. We were seeing rosters kind of sneaking out from teams over the last, couple of days. And then yesterday, I wish I had dramatic music to play for you. And I wasn't entirely ready for it myself, but I knew it was on the way. And then I just kind of looked on my phone and went, "We have players," and let the madness begin.
Yeah, we didn't get the list here that much further in advance than what everybody else got it, and it was like, all right, we've got players now, and then it's like that's when it starts to feel a little real, right? When you start seeing names, in sheet form that you can go reference, then it's like, all right, we got some baseball on the way.
And it turned into, at least from a media person perspective, I began digging into media guides and other minutia that I could find about the players, and creating a more official-looking roster that I worked with, of course, Does Steve even need a title, Steve Kleiner? I guess he does.
I don't know. Just the guy who's here, who's always here. Although
Okay.
it sounds like I'm taking that title with the almost got a cot set up in one of the suites. But yeah, Kleiner's a man of many talents, and he is
Yes,
all
he is.
over this place at all times. So
Well, it was fun to learn about the players. It was fun to dig through and we're digging through the New York Yankees media guide. This is no joke. So it was fun digging through all of that and kind of putting everything together just to get my own notes started for next week when the team is home, and I guess for tomorrow as well, because we'll all be at least engaged in tomorrow's baseball game down at Jersey Shore.
So who stuck out to you on the Renegades roster? Who's a guy that you particularly were looking at and like, this guy's going to be really fun to watch? Because I feel like a lot of people were looking. There was that tweet that went out that said Jason Dominguez was coming here.
Yeah,
and everybody lost their minds over the idea of Jason Dominguez coming here. And like, now that he's not coming here, we still have a whole team full of guys that we're all excited about. But like,
Right.
it is kind of like you kind of get. There was that huge flurry of activity, and then all of a sudden the dust is settled, and now we've got a squad. There have been a couple guys who have just kind of, like, just watching a little bit of batting practice, just watching the ball fly out of here off the bat of some of these guys. Who's a guy who kind of stuck out to you sort of in that way, at least on paper?
Well, I had at least one person reach out to me and say, you are going to love watching Mickey Gasper, an infielder catcher who played at Bryant University. Now, he went to school with him, so that's why I've got the inside knowledge on him. But he said, catching-wise, the team is going to be loaded this year, which I thought was an interesting take. So he's one guy that occurred to me as I began to kind of really dig through the roster yesterday.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the roster right now so I don't mess up this guy's name, but Steven Sensley. I watched him put a few balls out of the yard. Are you still there, Rob?
I am here, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. You've frozen on the screen in front of me.
No, you're loud and clear to me.
All right, perfect. Yeah, Steven Sensley, a left-handed bat. Just like that's the crazy thing about watching batting practices. Just you watch these guys like their first time out, and all of them are swinging for the fences just to try to shake a little rust off in the ballpark here. And he put a few balls out into the trees. It was super. Like it was very fun to watch the ball leave off his bat.
And I think Mickey Gasper's mother, by the way, is watching and is very excited that I just gave the shout out. And thanks to Jake Zimmer for the heads up knowledge on what a player he will be. By the way, Amanda Brady, who is our advanced scouting analyst, sent out the most gorgeous picture of Dutchess Stadium last night, taken down the right field line with the sun setting and the players on the field. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I have to make a
gorgeous
print of it.
last night.
Oh, that was great. Absolutely great. So really, really cool to see that. And of course there are others, names that are being a little more heralded, if you will. I don't want to say bigger names, but names that certainly, and you wrote about it, and it was written about in the write up on the website. Players that fans are excited to hear about because they're top 10 baseball America, this, that, or the other. And of course, those, not to say they don't matter either. They matter a lot. But I thought let's pick another name that might be riding a little under the radar.
All right, who you got? Who's an under the radar guy?
Well, I gave you Gasper. Who do you have? Well, you gave me Sensler.
Yeah.
So there
Is
you go.
he under the radar? He looks
or
like
Sensley, rather. Excuse me.
He looks like a linebacker. Like so, I don't know if he's flying under any radars anywhere ever.
Fair point.
But yeah, I mean the big names. What somebody commented, Peraza.
Yeah,
he's a name that's been bandied about a couple times. He looks really impressive. So I don't know that he's under the radar.
Definitely not.
And I don't know much about the pitching staff. Honestly, I know there's a couple guys. There's a couple guys that are just trees that are going to go out there and toss the ball around with some veracity and some speed, and I'm kind of excited about that. Yeah.
The funny thing is, Zach, that folks think we're completely knowledgeable of all of this by now, and the truth is, as we've pointed out to you in the first 10 minutes or so, we literally learned these names yesterday. So some of the names you're familiar with. You mentioned Peraza, that's one. In fact, as I was writing the roster yesterday at home, I'm going, wait, There's no spot in the media guide for Peraza. What's going? No, Peraza's got his own page back among the rest of the players. Like, my head nearly exploded. It was great.
Yeah. Rob, for whatever reason, your video is not showing up.
I don't know why.
Our lovely fans have just been enjoying me listening to you in terms of
yeah,
video.
you're right. I see that I have frozen, and I have no idea why.
That's weird because I can hear you loud and clear. This is very strange. New podcast, technical stuff. Oh, now it went to Rob's name.
I'm going to see if I can restart my video and bring me back to life.
I think you're popping back up. Something happened.
I'm
it's
trying.
Back on me. Let me stop talking. You talk for a sec.
Hello. Testing.
Nothing.
Oh, you're right.
All right. Well, I'll just do like hand puppets or something while we're going.
Well, you get to host the show, I guess. No.
Yeah, it's a podcast. You're not supposed to watch it.
I'll keep messing around with it on my end. I don't know.
Yeah.
Funky stuff. But, yeah, so those are the players that are kind of we're learning, literally, and we're going to be learning. And a lot of broadcasters today, a lot of media people today are going, okay, now we got to learn who these people are and how we write about them and how we talk about them and how we understand who they are. There's a lot of homework being done, especially for the people who have games to call tomorrow night.
Yeah, those people, boy, it's got to be fun to get like that last minute, oh my gosh, now we have games. Because, I had that small heart attack when you said we had a game. Oh my gosh, there's your face. I'm seeing your face back.
Yeah, but all it is my face in this.
Face. And it's not even showing up on what's going out live. That's funny. That is funny.
And my face has this look of what the heck is going on.
Yeah, it looks like somebody has just entered the room and you're scared.
These are
just jokes for me because, again, nobody can see you. They can only see me.
You're going to have to take a screenshot of that and work it in somehow.
Oh, yeah, let me see.
Oh, boy. I probably shouldn't have suggested that.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
In the meantime, friends, should you have any questions about the team, please go check out hvrenegades.com.
Oh, man. Well, let's shift gears a little bit because I got something I need to address to the fans, and since I'm the only one on camera, we might as well have this conversation.
Yes,
right now. I'm looking right at you guys. We've been getting one of the things that we value here at the Hudson Valley Renegades is transparency with our fans. We want to let you guys feel like you're a part of the team. You're in with us. You get to know what we've got going on. All that stuff. But there's been one issue lately that we have been very quiet about, and it's been because it's been very much so in flux. And so I'm addressing it right now. I
can't wait.
It's a day before opening day. We've been getting a lot of questions about the interlocking HV hat. It was going to be our game hat for the season when we announced sort of our new rebrand. And we thought that we were going to be able to get all of that figured out by opening day. There's all the licensing stuff. There's the merch side of it. We had all this stuff that we were like ready to get rolling on, and it's just looking like it's not going to happen this year, probably, because that's just the way it's kind of crumbling. At some point, we were hoping we'd be able to get it done by this year, but it seems like it's a much more involved process than we had maybe anticipated. A lot of our rebrand stuff in the past has been using existing marks and just sort of tweaking them a little bit or giving a lot more time for the licensing people to get through them. But so anyway, all that to say, it looks like we're not going to have that hat for this year. And we are hopeful that we are going to have the hat for next year. But again, it's a whole thing we got to get through. So we're still working on it. That's the moral of the story. So it's tough. It's tough to be like, hey, I see movement.
Yeah, but I've got like a strobe thing going on. I don't know.
Yeah, but now you're popping up on the stream again. That's good.
Oh,
That's
boy.
a plus. That is a plus. What was I going to say? So yeah, we're not avoiding anybody. Although technically I have been avoiding this conversation because like it's been like, ooh, it might still happen. It might still happen. It might still happen. It's starting to look like it's not going to happen, but it might still happen. And now it's probably not going to happen. And so we're switching course. We're gonna go. Let's say it's not happening this year, and let's be pleasantly surprised by it if it does.
Right.
That's the route that we're gonna go now. So and smarter people than me are working on it. That's where we are. We get a ton of social media questions about it. People are super interested in that hat. It's a very cool looking hat. I love the design. I love that it looks so a lot like the Yankee one. It kind of ties everything together, but just looking like it's not going to be a 2021 thing. So there you go, America.
There it is. That's the hang up on, all of that stuff. It's coming, but probably not the HV hat this year, so it's okay.
It's a bummer a little bit, but
it is
it's the way it is. I really like the hat that we have now too. The HV with the tail looks really cool.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And in fact, that's one thing I am here to announce today. This will be my last edition of Renegades Weekly without some swag on, because I'm hoping to be getting my swag on by next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh. Wow. I took that leap of faith, and Zach just went,
I know.
Nope.
You blindsided me.
Nope.
I don't know what I can promise, Rob. I mean,
nope. You're not happening.
I did try to grab one of the hats before I came on, and then had to run out into the ballpark really fast and came back and completely forgot about it. So I was going to have one of the hats that I could show people, but I don't have it.
Yeah, I would like a hat, and I readily admit I would like a jersey as well. But we will deal with all of that as the season goes along.
What you do is you just wait for somebody to turn their back and then
dare to dream.
Yeah, if you grab it by the back of the neck and you pull hard enough, the buttons will give.
Yeah,
and
there
then
you
you'll
go.
have it, and then you got it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't see it, we also put out the video on social media of the new uniforms, and they are sweet. I like them. I like them a lot.
Good. They look really good. I was at first I was like, these are going to look a lot like the Yankee ones, but the Yankees have the NY right here, and we got the Renegades across the chest. It looks super sharp. It's a very good blending of we have our own identity, but we're also marrying into the Yankee family. It's a really cool look. It looks really fresh.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to go. Stuart, by the way, asked if we will be streaming live games on here, and the answer is we can't. That's the simple answer.
Yep.
Minor League Baseball, in conjunction with Major League Baseball, doesn't allow for that. So we broadcast on MILB.TV, and our game broadcasts, the audio themselves, will go on Z93.
Yeah, and there will be an audio version of the stream as well. So if you're in your car, you can pull up the stream version as well. Yep. And I believe there is. I was actually just working on the weekly newsletter, and we're going to put out some stuff about MILB.TV, and there's a promo code that you'll be able to enter in to get some money off. So
I love that.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. I think the price is $30 for the whole season,
something like that. Yeah,
it's in that ballpark, but You'll get a little chunk off if you click through our link and click through that. We have a whole promo code situation set up for everybody.
And in my reading, and don't quote me on any of this, folks, you get everybody who's streaming throughout minor league baseball, so it's not just us.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say that you can quote Rob on that because that is correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Score one for me.
Yeah, there you go.
Because how else am I going to watch the Renegades tomorrow night as they take on Jersey Shore? So
yeah.
That's how I'm going to do it. And then I have a game story to write after it's all over. So exciting stuff tomorrow. Can't wait, really.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the Mr. Excited guy. I'm just I'm super pumped. Oh, I'm like this. Oh, whatever. Yeah. I feel like that's always my default. For every time that I've responded cool with an exclamation point to a text. Cool. But I'm excited just to be able to go in and watch a game with our guys. There's been a lot of major league stuff on, but I'm not as tied into that as I am to our guys. I'm excited for our guys.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for the guys that are out there swinging bats as we speak.
Oh, I like that even more. Yeah, I've been checking in on the parent team, of course, and, a lot of baseball here and there, but I'm ready to see the Renegades play. I'm ready to see minor league baseball. Over 600 days. We all know that. We can't wait to get back, and it's coming. It's going to happen.
Yep. Just to point out, because you can comment, you can ask questions, you can do whatever you want. Nancy Muller said, "That's a bummer about the hat." It is a bummer. Nancy,
It is a bummer.
I want to give you a cool hat. I think we've got some cool hats, but I wanted to give you that specific cool hat, and we're just not going to be able to. But appreciate the listen, and I love you, and I'm hugging you.
So Nancy's now asking how we can see away games, but I like that virtual hug. That was really nice.
Yeah.
So how you can see away games is through MILB.TV. It's really the only way. We're still learning who will have it and who won't have it. But that's the way to do it. And look, we're always working behind the scenes to make everything work for everyone. So what is rolling here on May 3rd might not be the same on even June 3rd. Who knows? Things can change.
Yeah, and especially this year. I mean, things are going to be fluid with all kinds of different things as we start nearing the specifically for COVID. As we start nearing the tail end of all of that, like we're in the front office prepared to be mobile for whenever we can start moving and doing things a little bit differently there too. This whole season for everything is going to be a little bit ball juggling, you know?
It will be, and I think, and it's hard to ask people to be patient, but understand we're right there with you. We're trying to all make the best of this.
Yep.
We're all impatient. Minor league people are impatient just normally because we want everything now. So we want everything to happen. We hear what you're saying, and we're all going to make it great. It's gonna be a great season. The fact that we're back is great, and I'm thrilled about that.
Yeah. I mean, we've got music playing in the ballpark right now. I can kind of hear it through my window. I'm just a happy man. I might be a little tired, but I'm a happy man.
I actually considered coming to the ballpark to do this podcast today just so I could be there, but I will be in the ballpark tomorrow because we're going to do some setting up of the booth tomorrow. So I can't wait.
We shot something with some of the players where in order to keep them distant, I had set up microphones on a table, and it was a pretty good look. And I was like, hey, maybe we could set this up for a little pod. It was like this microphone set up for like a podcast little setup, but it wasn't a podcast that we were doing. But I was like, oh, that could be, maybe we'll have a couple in the ballpark, Rob. Maybe we'll do like a Monday from the ballpark. You'll sit in left field and I'll sit in right field. And we'll hold up phones and point them at each other, and we'll figure out a way to stream those concurrently.
Well, looks like someone's going to go see the Blue Claws in person this week. So very cool. Going to go down and check out the Renegades. They live 15 minutes away. I love that.
Yeah. What is that? Livia TG.
I
and Nancy gave me a hug back. I appreciate it.
There you go. See, you got the virtual hug back. So the word I keep coming back to is exciting, and I'm sorry if I'm, just beating the dead horse, but it's just such an exciting time. And it's an overwhelming time. Of course it is, but it's all good, And come next week, I'll be as nervous as anybody in the ballpark next Tuesday because that first broadcast, I will be shaking.
Yep. I look forward to fixing whatever random thing came unplugged.
And there will be random things. We all know that for a fact. Where else do you want to go?
Well, what do we know about Jersey Shore? I know nothing. Do you know anything about them yet?
Other than having a roster, I am still learning all about Jersey Shore, who we won't even see at first. We will see Aberdeen next week. But I do know from their broadcaster that they're going to pitch a right-hander named Ben Brown tomorrow night against the Renegades. So that much I can tell you. There's a little breaking news.
Yeah, breaking stuff right now. All right, remind me, Rob, whose affiliate is Jersey Shore?
They are the Phillies.
They are the Phillies. Okay.
They are. They are the Phillies, and they consist of players that would have been some at Lakewood because they're not changing affiliations, except they were a different level in 2019, or they might have still been high A. With so many changes going on, Zach, and I'm sure you can understand this as well. It's like, who am I? Who was I yesterday? What day of the week it is?
Let me see if I can look that up.
But they had a lot of players that were at Lakewood in 2019. Some who were at Clearwater, which is their spring training home, the Clearwater Threshers. So, it's some Williamsport players. Now, Williamsport was essentially the New York Penn League. That was us. That was the Renegades of old. So, and some from the Gulf Coast League Phillies, which is the rookie league as well. Zach, now looking.
Now
he
Googling.
returns to his microphone.
Now Googling. I can tell you that their colors are red and dark Atlantic blue.
That is true.
They also have something called crab blue and
yes.
golden yellow. That's what's listed on Wikipedia, but Wikipedia also
they were low A.
Open source.
They were low A in 2019. That is true.
Cool. Yeah. All right. So in honor of the fact that we are playing Jersey Shore, just
right.
as a conversation topic, what is your favorite? Can't say Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite jersey in all of sports. I'm going to take Yankees off the table because that's the obvious answer, and we don't want to incriminate ourselves against
That's fair.
our baseball dads.
All of sports?
All of sports. Best jersey.
It's hard to overlook the Cardinals. Hard to overlook the St. Louis Cardinals. I like the powder blues that are coming back into play a little bit. So some of those, like the old Twins look that's coming back, or that Twins cream color jersey, that was a nice one as well. I can't believe I'm going to say these words. The Red Sox home jersey is pretty sharp. I do have to give respect to that.
Yeah, you like kind of a classic look mixed with a little of that like 70s trippy whatever that the Twins had going on, right?
I mean, I don't mind certain things. Like the Padres look sharp these days. With the reintroduction of the brown, that's not such a bad look. I know I'm missing some here, but I'm just giving you baseball answers as well.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of. I have like two camps that I fall into. I fall into one. I like them very classic looking.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
But if they're not going to be that, I want total chaos. And one of my favorite ones is like the old Pittsburgh Pirates jerseys with like the yellow stripes that are all over the place.
Yes. Oh, the We Are Family Pirates of the 70s. One of my favorite, probably my favorite non-Yankee team was the We Are Family Pirates of 1979 with the pillbox hat. That was incredible. I had one of those. I bought it at the Hall of Fame, and I loved that hat.
Their jerseys feel like a designer showed up and was like, all right, here's 4 options. And they're like, great, put them all together and we're doing that.
Oh,
and it works. It just looks great. I love it.
Those were great. And I don't know why, but my camera's working again, by the way. So I just knocked on wood here.
Yeah, I'm guessing there was like an internet surge. Like all the people tuning in to watch Renegades Weekly just completely sucked all the internet juice out of it.
That would have something to do with it. I can promise you that.
Yeah. We're going to need to buy bigger servers.
Let's see. You have a football one? I mean,
I know. I'm trying to think of football.
Old Vikings were pretty sweet.
Yeah. Those like purple sweaters with the little stripe on them.
Those were pretty sweet. Now, I'm very partial to the classic Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
Classic Dolphin, aqua, orange, and white.
Yeah. That's a pretty good look.
Ending with the Dan Marino look.
Yeah.
After that it goes downhill.
I really kind of like the old Buffalo Bills. Not the like suit like the 90s Buffalo Bills jerseys.
Okay.
I really liked.
Okay.
You know, that sort of that falls more into like that classic camp, but it's like the red and the blue, they're like really good. I mean, they have a very American flag jersey. And I kind of dig it.
And, of course, there's, the true San Diego Chargers of, 60s, 70s, right up toward the early 80s. That light blue that they had, it just makes you think about Lance Allworth if you remember old football.
Yeah,
Players like that.
You love a powder blue, don't you?
A little bit. I didn't realize I had such a thing for it, but those Charger ones I do. They're pretty great.
There's a podcast that I like. They're not really putting out new episodes anymore, but it was called James Bonding, and it was about James Bond movies. And one of the hosts had a theory that Like there was some sort of powder blue through line in every James Bond movie. So if you watch from like the 60s, he's wearing like terry cloth blue, powder blue. It just keeps popping up in all these movies. And he's like, it's got to be something. I don't know what it is, but it's got to be something.
Well, that'll do it.
Are you a James Bond fan?
A little bit. Not a big one.
Yeah. What's your like, are you a movie guy?
Yes. Yes,
What's like,
definitely.
Give me like your top 5.
Godfather, definitely. Casablanca's pretty fantastic. But I love comedies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Can never go wrong with that. Then I got to throw a baseball one in, and I'll go Bull Durham. And as a minor league broadcaster, I love me some Bull Durham. Those would be 4, and I'm going to give you Anchorman number 5.
Okay. I would love to do a broadcast Bull Durham style, like one of our road ones.
Yes.
Like maybe
I'm going to jump out of my chair.
If there's like a team that doesn't have a stream, because I think when I was looking at it was like 90% of the teams in minor league baseball have a live stream, but there might be one that doesn't, and I would love to like send somebody in a car or like call like an intern in wherever it ends up being and be like, can you just tell us what happened? And then they'll say it over the phone. We'll hit a piece of wood, double the left, you know?
This is something I have had on my agenda since I first got this position. Yeah, it would be really cool. There's a guy who actually does do it in minor league baseball. I don't know if he does it every year, but I believe he has done it annually for a while. And we've been working on trying to figure out exactly who does not have streams throughout our divisions, so throughout our league. So we're still trying to get that information. Keith Rad of Brooklyn and I, he's the broadcaster down there. He and I have been in constant contact for a few months.
Nice. Using the platform Constant Contact that does not sponsor this episode. Robert Pimpsner chimed in with, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Tigres del Licey, alternate blue jersey.
Ooh, okay.
I don't speak Spanish, but I believe the word tiger is in there.
Yes, you would be correct about that.
Yeah, and an alternate blue. I feel like alternate jerseys are always kind of fun because they can do sort of whatever they want with them. You can get wild. I'm hoping we can do some like fun jersey nights here. That would be really cool. I don't know if we'll be able to do it this year, but I would love to like have that be a thing that we do where like the team like just has like I think we're gonna do some Copa ones, but I don't know what else we've got.
Right, we've got to do the Copa, right? But that's another thing for fans to understand is, and we highlighted this last week. The first portion of our promotional calendar is out, but it's not the whole thing. So that's still a work in progress.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be out shortly. We're getting basically final approval on the remainder of the year. So it's been submitted, but that's what we're waiting on. And then it'll be out to all of you, and it'll be great. Another quick comment, apparently Livia TG is Mickey's mom.
Yes. Yeah. We highlighted that.
Did we? Was I just like completely fogged out?
Man, a little bit.
I really need to sleep. I got to tell you, Rob, I haven't told anybody really around here this, but I have been here so much that I am out of laundry. And so I am currently wearing like compression shorts that you would go like work out in as my undergarments. Not that anybody really needs to know that, but it's just if it gives you any look into where my brain's at the moment.
Oh, you're scattered. You're all over the place at this point. Let's be honest.
Oh man. You know what other jerseys I like? You remember those Spurs jerseys that had all the colors on them?
Oh yeah.
I like those ones.
Those were interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. Like I said, chaos or classic. That's me.
All right. Well, I'll throw a jersey question at you because this has been a conversation on my talk show for months.
Hit me.
How do you feel about the Mets jerseys? Should they have a black jersey?
Because they have in the past, right?
They have.
I am of the mind. Here's the deal. I don't love black jerseys in general. Just because, like, A, I think they're hot to play in.
Oh, yeah.
But B, I feel like black and white, Like the point of them is to make the colors kind of pop off of them, right? That's kind of why you roll those ways. Unless you're the Raiders, and then you're only black and white.
Right.
But
if you're the Raiders, if you're the Steelers, if you're the Pirates, I can understand, but there is a reason that the hashtag black is not a Mets color exists.
Yeah, I am. See, and I'm. That's what I'm trying to put it in like context of the black, because there's those fashion rules that you should never wear like black and blue together, right?
Yeah.
So there's that, I guess. I'm just trying to think of what their sort of royal blue jerseys would look like, what they look like. I'm just trying to picture them in my head right now.
I just think those classic Met uniforms, 1969-ish, if folks know.
Okay.
The white with the pinstripe on it said Mets across it. The blue number outlined in orange if you want. You know, you can do something like that. And, of course, the classic blue hat. I just think those are such great uniforms. So
I would tend to agree. When I think of the Mets, I think of a white jersey. You know, it's like the same thing. Like you think about the Yankees, you think of the pinstripes. When I think of a Mets jersey, I think of the white. Well, and you think of a different era than I do, but I think of that white with like the piping, and then the Mets across it. And
that's
I honestly,
I
kind of like that one.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
I don't know. We're different people, Rob. You grew up with them being pinstripes. You probably have an attachment to that. I am not from here at all. I'm just trying to remember. I think I like that Mets look. I don't know that I ever loved the black one, but I also don't think I hated it. It just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
You know, to go white to black like that seems like a lot.
And by the way, I did look up the Tigres del Licey alternate blue jersey. Very nice.
Yeah? Is it pretty cool?
Very nice.
One of these days we're going to get the ability to put graphics up on this.
We will.
That's coming.
This is all a work in progress.
It's in the pipeline. So far we are a video. We've got video up. For at least half of it.
And speaking of those New York Metropolitans, I saw that the Brooklyn Cyclones were how do we say, trying to stoke the fire of rivalry over the weekend.
Interesting.
In fact, I saw the team Twitter respond to it and say, "Let's go, bring it on. Let's get going between the Renegades and the Cyclones." And that was a piece that Keith Rad wrote, by the way.
Yeah,
so shout out to him.
I'm just excited for, like, not being familiar with this league coming into it. You know, not the New York Penny League or the brand new league. I'm just excited to see what kind of comes out of it from a rivalry standpoint. Because Brooklyn and New York have played each other in the past, right? Like, they were both in the New York Penn League, right?
Well, you had Brooklyn and you had Staten Island, and that was the natural rivalry because they were so close. You couldn't quite see the two stadiums, but it was fairly close to one another. Now it's Brooklyn and Brooklyn and the Renegades always had a little bit of an edge because of the 60, 70 mile, however far it is between the two of us. But yeah, I think that's our most natural rivalry now because it will be Mets-Yankees as well. Remember, we don't see the Red Sox affiliate on the schedule this year.
Yeah, I wonder if that'll have an impact on rivalries, like for big league teams. Like, do you think it matters who those guys play when they're like in? It probably does, right? Like if they're playing somebody in high A, and the guy throws at a player, and then all of a sudden, like they're in the big leagues, and he's like, "I remember when you hit me, and now I'm finally going to get back at you." And then all of a sudden, bench is clear.
Right.
Like, I bet there's going to be some intense games out here at the Dutch that then translate into weird bitterness amongst teams in the majors. I feel like that'll happen. Like, what's an American League team in our league? Like, affiliate? I'm trying to think.
Well, you got the Orioles with the Aberdeen, the Ironbirds, or the Orioles.
Yeah, so let's go that then. So the Aberdeen Ironbirds, Oriole affiliate, we could end up with a benches clearing brawl here, and then 8-9 years from now in the World Series, Orioles versus we're the Yankees. Gosh, that's American League.
Oh, so you want a National League team then?
Yeah. So let's call it the Mets is too obvious though.
Well, then
let's call it the
Jersey
Phillies.
Shore.
Yeah. So we play against them in the Phillies, and some guy from Jersey Shore pelts one of our guys. 8 years later, they're playing against each other. World Series, Game 7, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, and he pegs him to get back at him. He's like, I don't care, we'll lose.
Mass hysteria.
Benches clearing. They're all just that'll be fun.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Baseball needs more aggression, right? Just in general.
Well, that's why they're saying let the kids play, let the kids let them have fun. And, you got what went on last week with, bat flips and stare downs and making fun of Trevor Bauer and all that stuff. So, and Trevor Bauer liked it. So, hey, why not?
Where do you fall on all that?
I think when a home run, for instance, or a big hit, when it's a big hit, yeah, you know what? You've earned that right. First of all, you've earned that right if you've hit a home run at all. But I think for me, and maybe this is just the older side of me coming out, when it's like 10-0 and you've homered to make it 10-1, I don't know that bat flip is necessary. But when Jose Bautista did it in the playoff game, it's kind of hard to argue with how epic that moment was.
Yeah, it's very true. It feels like you need to be in whatever moment you're in.
Yeah.
If it's 10-0 and you crush one, fine. If it's tied up and you crush one, then yeah, maybe give it a little gusto. I'm much more on the bat flip side than I am not on the bat flip side. Yeah. We had a guy a couple years ago in St. Paul. I think we were losing. We were getting our butts kicked. I think we were losing like 17-4, and he rocketed one. And like as soon as his bat left, he flipped it. And it's like, wow, that was really impressive if this game was even remotely close. Instead, it's just kind of, whatever.
Whatever. Stuart K. Gray has a question for us. Wants to know if there's a good chance that any players who need some rehabilitation will be playing with the Renegades. I don't know that I have an answer. Your guess is as good as mine. I did see that Luke Voigt is going to go to Somerset, which makes sense to an extent because they're a little bit closer to Yankee Stadium than we are. However, if Somerset's on an extended road trip and we're home, you could see that go the other way. Hard to say.
Yeah, I think in general, it's whatever the Yankees want to do, right? And it's whatever that player they think that player needs. So whether it's a tune-up and they just need to come down, they're coming off injury, they just want to tune up, it's probably going to be whoever's closest and at home, and if it's a guy they think needs like maybe a couple weeks of extended work before he comes back up, maybe they want to challenge him, they might drop him down to AAA versus us,
right?
But if they want somebody to get some swings, maybe they'll come down here. Who knows? My impression is it's entirely up in the air. Like you said, we don't know, but we do know that it's on the table. It's not off the table. It's not like we are in California and they have to fly a guy cross country to get him here. I'll go drive and pick him up if we need to.
That's right.
Like, yeah. What's up, Aaron? You want to hop in my Subaru and we'll zip up to Dutchess Stadium quick? Whoever whoever wants to come here or whoever they want to send here, we're ready to take them, and they're gonna make that call whatever way they want to do it.
And the Yankees have four great affiliates. Is it realistic that one would go to Tampa? Probably not, but who's to say? But you do have Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, us, and Somerset. And by the way, it feels so weird to say us, but because you'll never hear me say we when talking about the team on the air. I'm not a we guy. I don't play, so I have no business calling myself we because I'm not part of the team. They're the team. But from an overall standpoint, I guess I am part of the organization, so I guess that's where I can use we.
Yeah, are you a neutral call kind of guy, or are you going to be a homer?
I'm fairly neutral. At worst, I'm probably going to be, or at best for Renegades fans, I'm probably 60-40, but scoring plays are exciting no matter what. So I'm always going to get excited over the action of the moment. If someone makes a big play, I'm going to shout it out, and I don't mind which team that they're on. I can't be one of those guys who somebody hits a big home run for the other team, and I go, and that's going to be a home run. I can't do that. To me, it's exciting because it's sports. Sports should be exciting.
Yeah, you just like watching the ball go far.
I love the game. I love the game. And I know I'm the Renegades broadcaster, and this is who I work with and for and my family, but I love the action. I love it.
Yeah. Well, Rob, anything else on your list?
Let's get going.
Let's get to it.
Let's get down to business. No, I'm all set. I am ready to go. I will be at the stadium tomorrow. We're going to test out some equipment. It'll be good to be there and start setting things up, and then I'm going to watch baseball. I'm going to watch the Renegades take on Jersey Shore, and going to love every minute of it, and away we go, getting that much closer to having all of you join us at Dutchess Stadium. We're getting closer to not only the gates being opened, but we're even getting closer to more people coming in, and that's a good thing as well. Not that I'm not promising anything today, but I'm just saying we're moving in the right direction, and I just think it's great.
Very cool. I'm going to try to get some sleep over the next couple of days.
That's a good idea.
Maybe get 2 or 3 hours before helping you with your radio setup. Also, please, this podcast is being recorded. Please like, rate, subscribe, and feel free to. You don't have to write a review of like, oh, Zach's voice is weird, or why doesn't Rob's camera work. But you write whatever you want. You could review a video game if you want to, just as long as you put it into the review section on iTunes. That helps us out. But yeah, for the most part, we love to hear from you guys. Feel free to send us notes, send us comments while we're doing these, and rate, review the podcast.
Yep, we had some nice feedback last week, and we really appreciated that, and we just look forward to keeping it going, and the plan is every Monday, but if not, we'll adjust. It's okay. We'll be here.
Yeah,
we'll make
depends on how awake I am after a homestead.
Extra coffee for him.
Yeah, now we're talking.
All right, my friend, we're all set. So shall we call it a day?
Sure, unless you want me to interrupt you a few more times as you're trying to segue out. That was a fun bit. Should we make that a regular bit?
Oh, it was so much fun last week. It was
yeah.
Here we go again. All right, we're going to say goodbye for this one. Baseball tomorrow, friends. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Funny story. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Baseball tomorrow. It's going to happen. It is real. And it starts at 7:05 at Jersey Shore. If you get MILB.TV, I believe you can watch the game. You can certainly listen to it online because I know they have a radio broadcaster, so that'll be available. And then our broadcasts will be the following week, and we'll be back before then. So we'll see you then. Check hvrenegades.com and keep an eye on all the social media feeds for everything as well, because we really do I think a really good job of keeping everyone updated. So, for my friend Zach Neubauer, I'm Rob Adams. Thanks for watching me do this whole, shaking thing that's going on here. We will see you next time on Renegades Weekly. So long, everyone.